All right, I am here with Shawn Hendricks Jr., one of the senior loan officers for People's Choice Mortgage. And he's here to help us get a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on in the real estate and the mortgage industry at large. So thank you so much for being here today, Shawn.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, now everybody is trying to buy a house as much as possible right now. Mortgage rates are still in the basement, so it's a great time to lock in a home loan at a favorable rate. But the problem is that the qualifications for different sorts of home buyers when it comes to mortgage applications is really different. They want to make sure that you have stable employment. They want to make sure that you have enough income, but some home buyers, they face the problem that, well, they're self-employed. They're not getting those W-2s that just make it so clean for their mortgage application. Is there anything that self-employed home buyers really need to consider when they're going through the home buyer process that other home buyers don't necessarily need to factor in?
So that's one of, the self-employed, like you said, it's a totally different ball game rather than somebody that has a salary earn, like an hourly rate, right? It is what it is. You make $70,000 a year. It is what it is. Now, when you're self-employed, you have a bunch of different other factors, but the biggest thing really comes down to tax returns. One of the most things that you see is when somebody comes in, they're self-employed, is they're writing everything off, right? So they're trying to show as less income as possible because obviously, they don't want to pay $100,000 in taxes or whatever the taxes are, right? But unfortunately, when you're trying to buy a home, you don't want to show that loss because you have to show income, right? So it really just comes down to, who's doing your taxes. The biggest thing you should tell your accountant, that you're trying to buy a home. If you let them know what your goals are, that should help them kind of guide you in the best way to do your taxes. I mean, we can't really tell anyone how to do their taxes, or say you make 100,000, we can't do that, right? But if you tell your accountant, hey, listen, I'm trying to buy a home, this is what I made for the year, they know how to structure it so you can utilize the most income. Now we can add some stuff back in to what you wrote off, like the interest, or like the taxes, depreciation, stuff like that. If you pay your car, all that stuff. The only thing you really can't add back in is like repairs, or something that happens consistently every single year. Then that stuff can't be added back in. That's kind of getting a little too deep in it. But to answer your question, you really just want to make sure that your accountant understands you're trying to buy a home and you don't want to show a loss. Like that you want to show that income, that will allow you to buy the size of home that you're looking to buy.
Now, that's some great information. I really appreciate it. And what that really just kind of shows is that if you are looking to buy a home, that you should be talking to professionals long before you're ready to sign the dotted line and fill out that application. You need to get your mortgage broker already set up. You need to be talking with your CPA. You need to get your ducks in a row. This isn't just an overnight decision. And the more prepared you are, the better position you are going to be in order to execute and close on the home of your dreams.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like it's one of those things where like I said, we can't really, guide you as to how much you made or, what to write off, but we can show you, listen, if you want to buy, this size home, we need to see X amount of dollars for the year, right? And if the taxes come back showing that, then we can use it. Like I said, so yeah, it should almost be like kind of like a team, like a team effort. This is what you need in order to get this size of a home. And then the accountant should understand that you're trying to buy a home and, for them to, make sure that you don't write everything off or whatnot. So.
It makes a lot of sense. Many hands make light work. Well, thank you so much for helping us understand how the home buying process works for self-employed peoples. I really appreciate you being here with us.
Absolutely.